Indices really did. So that's the bell, and you've got the first rates coming up on your screens. It's 22,928. It's flattish, 30-40 points lower right now. Sensex is down about 100 odd points. I mean, it's not a bad start, I would say. This gives you the opportunity to, if you think that things are going to stay up, and generally overall the environment is going to stay positive. And of course, I mean, there's a big call on the elections as well. This gives you the opportunity at some point to get in. So 22,918 is where we're at, about 40, 50 odd points lower. 40, 50, 60 point swings come so easily nowadays. I mean, just a couple of minutes and you're from down 50, you're up 50. So keep an eye as we go along. Mid-cap index is down about 0.14, and the small-cap index, I think, is also slightly lower to begin the day. Advance decline, though, is interesting. Almost full 2:1 in favor of advances. So that buoyancy, that vibrancy is very much there, and it's all about stocks. So Sonia has got that list. Sonia.
Well, thanks a lot for that. So let's kick it off with Interglobe Aviation, right? You have a very good set of numbers that has come in, 6th consecutive quarter of profitability. So Interglobe Aviation up 1.5%, picking up pace now. Morgan Stanley has a huge target price of 5,162 on the stock. Street definitely likes what they're seeing this morning. Apart from that, Tata Consumer is really the stock of the moment. It's 5% higher as we speak. Strong growth, much higher than the industry. Underlying volume growth of 27%. Reported a profit this time around. The street likes that. In the heavyweights, I'm looking at HCL Tech because there's some news flow there. They've acquired HP's Communications Tech Group assets for $225 million. The street is not that impressed. Flat move on the stock right now. Sun Pharma is the other one. The shareholders have approved the merger of Taro Pharma and the company. So Sun Pharma just a tad bit in the green. UPL and Aarti Industries have formed a JV company to manufacture and market specialty chemicals. So UPL is up, Aarti Industries is also up in the green. JK Lakshmi Cement, EBITDA has gone up 46%. Margins have improved substantially. The street likes that, 4.5% higher on JK Lakshmi. Brigade Enterprises has signed a joint development agreement to develop a project in Bengaluru. The size is about 720 crores. So Brigade is up about 2% Fortis Healthcare margins have improved. The hospital's business revenue is up in double digits. The street likes that, up about 1.5%. CESC, Q4 numbers are largely in line with estimates, but the stock is down about 3% Shilpa Medicare is the other one. Good numbers actually from Shilpa Medicare. The stock is up 3.5%. It has been a erstwhile favorite of the market, and once again picking up pace now. Zaggle revenues are up about 46%. Adjusted EBITDA before the ESOPs are up about 9.5%. The street likes that, 5.5% higher there. Puravankara, the margins have come in much higher than what they saw last year. So keep an eye out on that. And Transformers and Rectifiers is the last stock I'm looking at. They've bagged an order worth almost 360 odd crores from the Adani Group and L&T. So Transformers and Rectifiers is up about 5%. But let's get back to looking at the market, which is not doing much right now, which is actually a good thing. The Nifty is hanging, tight around the 22,950 mark, just shy of 23,000. Big milestones being hit in the market lately. Sensex crossing 75,000, Nifty almost at 23,000. So not a bad opening at all. Flat at this point in time.
Thanks a lot for that, Sonia. Well, as you took us through that neat market starter, we had the Nifty Bank that recovered 200 points from the day's low. So that's telling you the kind of mood that the markets are in. 48,645 is the low of the day. We have bounced exactly 200 points off that mark. A few stocks that are doing well from the broader markets, though. Johnson Control Hitachi, strong operational performance in Q4. That was driven by their cooling business. So out there, you had big revenue growth of more than 40%. The margins came in at around 10.5% odd. So, that stock should come off for you on the screen. Johnson Controls Hitachi, that's the one that's gaining. On the flip side, you have Orchid Pharma. The margins did compress by close to around, 500 basis points, coming at around 13%. So that stock, in fact, is down close to around 5%. Orchid Pharma should come up for you. Landmark, that's the other casualty this morning. It's down close to around 6%. The higher OPEX, that's what's hit their profitability. So that stock is well down close to around 7% or thereabouts. And Godrej Properties, there's a newspaper article that's stating that the Defence Ministry has objected to one of their projects here in Mumbai. And they're looking at suspending work. So we'll have to get further clarity on that one. But for the time being, that stock's a little bit under the weather. A few gainers, though. Bikaji is reacting positively to its numbers. So that stock's higher. While you have Bharat Dynamics as well. I think that one opened up well in the green. So quite a bit of action from the broader markets.
The top volume-led gainer right now is Idea. By the way, the Nifty is recovered, right? We were talking about that 55-point lower start perhaps could be used as a bit of an opportunity with a positive view on markets from a slightly next 5, 7, 10 days kind of perspective. So there's a 50-point bounce nearly, which has already sort of taken place. Idea is the biggest volume-led gainer, 4% higher, so 14.5. I think UBS is now, in terms of their price target, the highest on the street at I think 18 rupees. Cochin Shipyard is coming with a 4% pop. 1972 is where Cochin is at. There is Zaggle, which I think we highlighted, 4%, 327. Phenolix Cables is up 9%. That is at about 1247. There is Aarti Industries, which is coming up with about a 3.6% pop. Stocks at 650 right now. Honasa, Mangalam was pointing that out, 5%, 5.5, 440 on Honasa right now. And I think JK Lakshmi, we highlighted 6% higher right now. Stocks at about 839, 840. Brigade is up about 2%. There is PG Electroplast, which is up about 2.5%, 3% or so. Shakti Pumps, I mean, you want to move on Shakti Pumps. It's a small company, but massive move. Last couple of days, it was a bit soft, but back up about 5% now on that one. Go Digit, which is the listing from yesterday, is down about 2% or so, 300 on Go Digit. I saw initiation on Go Digit from one of the brokers with a sell to begin coverage. Chola Finance is down 2%. Paytm is down about 3%, 347 on Paytm, and it's got large volumes for this point in the day. And there is CESC, Inox, Wind, and Viatech, Vabag, etc. Viatech is down about 2%, 950 or so is where that is at. Landmark Cars is down 5% as well, 725 on that one. The market overall on the Nifty absolutely flat. Ajay.
Just one more stock, Indian Metals and Ferroy. That's one of the stocks that we highlighted earlier this morning. Yesterday, the stock was down close to around 4% odd. They've come out with some clarification post-market hours, and also there was big delivery-based buying. Tell you one of those sellers are out of the way. So explains why that stock has bounced back close to around 3%. We highlighted this earlier.
All right. So that's Indian Metals up about 3% or so to begin the day.